Okay, so guys, you know what I'm about. I'm about building yourself up first. That's the first part of this segment, to which is going to be a multiple part. So this is the first topic I'm going to discuss with you: becoming one with yourself. And one of those ways that you could become one with yourself is by doing some positive thinking. Many of us who thinks negative is leading towards trying to be someone else. That's a powerful quote. Powerful quote. So this is a copycat society, correct? So we tend to look at others, whether they be stars, whether they be someone that you feel like you can relate to, and you try to copy them. You try to live their life for yourself, which that doesn't work. We have to find our own niche in society. And being one with yourself will actually help you to do that, because you will want to be more happier. You will do things because you want to do them and not because someone else will. And then once you become happy with yourself, then you will be able to make someone else happy. But the total about this video is to do positive thinking. You want to do some positive thinking. As soon as you start dwelling towards the negative, that's when, the world starts to take over. That's when you feel like you can't do nothing right because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, or you're trying to keep up with everyone else instead of making your own self happy, making your own self proud to be who you are. Personal story. Me, coming up as an elementary school guy, in school, I had a huge problem with making myself happy because I felt like I was a disgrace to society. I felt like I didn't know who I was. I had trouble with identity and all of that. When I going through school, I used to get clowned. People used to say I'm a reject. I wore the same color top and bottom sweatpants and sweatshirts. So I used to have this red one. They used to call me fire. I used to have this blue one. They used to call me water. So it got to me real bad because I did not know who I was. I did not appreciate who God called me to be during that time, because we as children, we don't have an identity. We're still trying to search for our identity. And for the bullies and the kids in school, they don't know what they're doing, but they're doing you a disservice when they pin the tail on the donkey, so to speak, when they tell you who you are before you realize who you are. Now, no one can tell me who I am because I feel like I have that grasp on to know who I am and who I aspire to be. So that's what I'm going to leave you with, is to think positive thoughts. As soon as you start to dwell down the negative, start thinking positive. Start thinking like, shoot, you know what? Yeah, that happened, but I also got this going on. This another personal example. When I start to think negatively, which is few and far between because I've gotten to that point where I don't need to, but I start thinking of the cliche answers that you got. Like, this happened, but you know what? I still have my life, health, and strength. I'm still in my right mind, and I have the opportunity to change the results of what happens next. Yeah, that happened just now, but what you do next is how you respond to it, and how you respond to it is how you get the satisfaction of, okay, I've made it. I made my stepping stone. Now it's time to step up to the next ladder. So to recap, this video was to start on a series of ones to build yourself up and the topic was to do some positive thinking. I challenge you to do that. See, I have several people following me. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. From Sharita saying awesome advice. I really appreciate that because that's what we need. You help me, I help you, and we will help us together. So this concludes this video. You can feel free to jot down anything you need on the bottom in the comment section, and I will say something about that on my next video, and I will recap this one while bringing in the next subject on this same series of becoming one with yourself. So thank you, Godspeed, and I'll be talking to you soon.